What's going on, guys? I'm going to try to do a little screen recording here and show you guys kind of what exactly I look for when I'm looking to take a trade. So I'm actually looking at the SPY. I do want to trade SPX. So I'm looking at the SPX 5-minute time frame here. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I have on this chart. So if we can just kind of look at what we have done today, obviously we have been pushing down. We have been trading below the 20 SMA pretty much all day. Anytime that we've come up to actually test the 20 SMA, yeah, it's provided a little bit of a bouncing opportunity here, but quickly has lost it, tried to reclaim it once again and lost it. One thing that I have pointed out here, I kind of mentioned in the Discord, we have touched the day's floor multiple times now. So if you kind of look at this low that we put in here at around 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then you start looking at all of this consolidation between 9:25 and to around current time of 10:45, we have held this floor. So what we have here is a very, very clear line in the sand. Obviously, if the SPX or the SPY, depending on whatever chart you're looking at, if it starts to lose 41.13 to the downside, this is a for sure automatic short position here. You can see us trying to reclaim this purple line, which is a 20 SMA here. Now, typically, I do not like to go against trend. If the overall trend is down, the stock is down on the day, I don't like to try to bounce it. But when we have tested multiple times, it could provide an area of opportunity for a low risk trade, meaning that if the SPX does break over this 5-minute 20 SMA and then confirms to the long side, I wouldn't be opposed to try to taking a scalp to the long side. Now let's see if one of these can set up, whether we look for the short down to 41.13 or we look for that break kind of to the top side, and I'll kind of walk you guys through in real time. I don't want to make this video too long, so if we do not get a trade set up to kind of present itself within the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'll probably just end the video there. But I just kind of want to break down my thought process on what I'm actually thinking and how I'm actually watching these charts. So the majority of the time, as an intraday day trader, as an options trader, as an equities trader, what you're doing is kind of just waiting and watching for your setup. My setup is clear. It's either going to scalp something that is changing trend back over the 20 SMA or losing that day's low. So that's what I'm looking at here. Obviously, we're getting this break right now over these over the SPX 20 SMA. What I'm looking for here, we do have a solid foundation. We do have a base. What this is telling me, with about 2 hours left in the day today, we could potentially get a little bit of a dead cat rally bounce into the close. So all I'm looking for now is just this close here, which we have about 45 seconds before this candle closes. Current price on the SPX is 41.18. Now I'm going to go right now and look on my other screen over here and kind of get my contract set up. That way, if we do close on this area over the 20 SMA, I can be ready to take those contracts. I do want to take a strike price that is somewhat as close to the current stock price as possible. So we're currently trading at 41.18. I might look to take a couple of the 41.20s or the 41.15s, just depending on where we close. Again, still getting rejected here at this 20 SMA. We do have just about 5 seconds left, so looks like if we can hang on here, we will close over. If we do get this confirmation over 41.18, I probably will take these 41.20s for a very, very quick scalp here. If we can confirm over the 41.18, let's see if we can get that break, and I'll kind of show you guys where I would stop out if this trade fails and where I'm exactly going to enter. So I'm still waiting for this 41.1886 to break. Let's see if we can get this break here. I do have my hand on the trigger here. Let me kind of put a trend line here. Hopefully I got enough time, but we are starting to break. That's the trend line that we need to break. I'm going to go to my other screen here so I can get ready on these contracts. I am going to take these 41.20s. There we go here. There's the break. Let's see what we do here, guys. So this is the whole idea of how we take a trade based on this setup. So currently in this trade now, 10 contracts that costed me around 5,500 and some change. Currently, these contracts are up $800, 14.81%. Now, I will expect a pullback, but I do not want the pullback to be that significant. We are up 20% here, just $1,000 in a matter of seconds, guys. Less than a minute here. I am going to scale out half size. So I am going to sell 5 contracts here. As we continue to push up, I do expect a little bit of a pullback. So that's the thing. That's the major. Here we go, guys, pushing higher. That is the major finessing when you are getting into a trade, guys. You never know when to sell. You never know when this can stop. But what I am looking at here is this consolidation going back to around 10.15. This is a potential area where we could pull back if we do not break through 41.22, guys. These contracts are up currently 28%. I am going to scale another contract here. Currently, these contracts are up 44%. Current price of the SPX is 41.23. We still are pushing higher. Current contracts up 42%. On the remaining 5 here, I am going to sell one more. Still pushing higher, guys. Guys, this is the power of the change in trend over the 20 SMA, especially when you look here. We do have this nice floor that we've got down here at around 41.13, guys. We never broke the lows here. I also mentioned to the guys in the community I would be looking for a short position through the low of day. This is a fantastic trade. This trade doesn't get any better. At this point, guys, it's all just about managing your current position when you are up. So we are starting to pull back here. I will sell 2 more just due to the fact that I am comfortable with the profits. This is a phenomenal move, guys. Phenomenal move. Current price on SPX is 41.24. So again, guys, this is already a winning trade here. This trade is not going to lose any money here, just due to the fact that the remaining balance that I do have on my P&L, if it pulls back to break even, I just will stop out, and then I've already taken profits on 6 contracts. So it's kind of just how quickly that I manage these positions, especially when it's a scalp, guys, especially when it's a scalp. Okay, and that pullback, I will be out the remaining contracts on this pullback. I might give it, where are we at on the candlestick? So we are going to open up a new hourly candle here. So we did put in this high. Now the new price break becomes on the SPX over 41.24. We are going to start a new hour candle in just about 40 seconds here. So if we do confirm on the next hour candle, which is going to be 11 a.m. to the long side, we do have more room back up into all this choppiness action here. This is, if we do confirm to the top side, this is where you're going to want to scale the remaining portions of your contract. But you can see, guys, the power of, you know what $5,000 can do in a matter of 5 minutes. I mean, we still have not closed on this 5-minute candle. I have done all of this trading action with inside 5 minutes. So here we are holding at the top of the range. As long as we do not break down below 41.22, I would hold this trade. You don't want to give back too much profits, especially when you are up. I am down just to 2 contracts, and they are pretty much flat right now. As we start to pull back, I will probably just unload the rest of these, as this new hour candle just opened up. If we can't get a nice push here within the next minute, I will just close the remaining position on this. I like this hold here over 41.22. But any break below, I do have my finger on the trigger just to sell at market, and I will get out of the remaining position here. The reason I would like to see this hold is this price action here, okay? This price action is what I'm looking at. We put in a new high. The new high is 41.24. Here is this push, guys. Let's see if we can break the 41.24. Again, any break below 41.22, I will exit at break even. So I still do have a remaining runner on this. Let's see if we can get this 41.24 break. If we get the 41.20 break, then it becomes a little bit more hairy, because the line in the sand to the top side is not as clear as it was down here. Okay, the line on the sand down here is not as clear as it is up here. Look at this price action. We're going to have rejection here. We're going to have rejection here, here. Each one of these candlesticks is going to act as an area of rejection. We just don't know how much it can push. So definitely if we do break 41.24 on that next leg, I will sell one more. And then depending on what that does, if we do pull back once more, I will look to see if it can hold the 41.24 and then go from there. But this is showing that it is getting a little bit weak. Last contracts are only up $70 here, down 20. SPX does like to move around a lot, guys. So just be a little bit aware of that. If your account size is a little bit smaller, I definitely recommend playing the S&P, which is SPY. Play that ETF instead of playing SPX. Even though you can make a lot of money trading SPX, it's definitely. So we did get the break now, 41.24. Nice push, excellent push here, excellent push. Current time is 11:02 Pacific Standard Time on August the 9th. Okay. This might be it for me, guys, on this trade. I don't want to see too much of a pullback. Now, technically, if you have one contract, you're still going to use a 41.22 as your stop. As this is pulling back here, I just do not even want to mess around with it. We've got 2 seconds before the next minute candle is going to open up. Now, obviously, what I'm watching here is the 5-minute candle. Just going to give it a little bit more time, a little bit more leash. Want to see if we can break that high again. I don't want to get double rejected here at 41.24. And I definitely do not want to give back any profits below 41.22. This is where, as a day trader, especially for me, I start to get a little bit impatient now. You know, there's different styles of trading. Predominantly, the most of my trading profits is going to come from very, very quick scalps. So either 5, 10, 15, 20 contracts, depending on the day, depending on the options premium. Again, I'm not a trader who's going to sit here and put 20, 30, $40,000 into an options contract. But, you know, I like to go in with at least 2 to around $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. That can be my average cost per play, depending on how much the contracts cost. Obviously, if I'm playing something like Apple, it's going to be close to 15, 20 contracts. If I'm playing something like Tesla, it's going to be closer to 3 to 5 contracts. If it's something like the SPX, depending on the overall price, it will be closer to 5 to 10 contracts, just depending on the price. Obviously, most of my SPX plays are 0 days till expiration. I am not playing anything that far, so that's why I do not want to hold these too long here, as they can start to decay. But again, just want to give you guys the mindset here. We know what the low of day is, okay? You understand that. You understand what this low of day is. If we break to the bottom, I was looking to take the short. What I was watching for was the change in trend back over the 20. I pointed it out here to you guys, 41.18. That was the high here. As soon as we broke that, I was going to get into the trade. If we closed below the 20, I would just exit the trade here. Next area of resistance where I wanted to take profit was going to be 41.22. As we broke the 41.22, I did sell more contracts there. 41.24.35 is the area that we put in here. We did break that, and now we still are currently holding the 41.22. But any break below 41.22, I will be out. I do not like the inverse hammer candle here, especially on the smaller time frame. So as soon as we break the 41.22, I will be out of the remaining contracts here. And those contracts will be break even. I'm not going to make anything on those contracts. The only reason I'm holding them right now is just to give it that little bit more extra leash here. Technically, nothing has been broken. And obviously on a bigger macro time frame, if you're looking at a bigger chart here, you know, structurally wise, nothing changes until we lose 41.13. So we are still going to get this push here. Again, 41.22 is going to be the stop. I might just give it this candle and then call it a day. Here's the push, 41.22. Let's see how this is holding, guys. You have to respect the technicals. If this was to break and come all the way back down, there would be no sense in holding this and telling yourself, well, maybe it comes back. Maybe it does and maybe it doesn't, right? I'd rather take the secure profits here and be confident on the gains or the loss, right? You're never going to win every single trade, and not every setup is going to go for you. For example, you know, if you were watching this setup here, never confirmed, never got to you, right? Or if you were watching this setup here and you got quickly in short, you could have quickly been, you know, reversed and stopped out here if you did not take any profits on this one here. So it's all about, you know, trading experience. It's all about understanding when to take profits. It's all about understanding your position sizing. The reason why my position sizing is always the same is because when a move does go in my favor, I understand where I potentially should be taking profits. Guys, this is enough for me. I know it hasn't broke yet, but that's enough for me to see here. I'm going to exit the rest of that position. That current trade lasted about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. And now it's probably going to go to the moon. And that's the way it goes. So if this trade does break, and it does break to the top side, and it gets all the way back up here, let's say by the end of the day, it is what it is, right? That's just the style of trader that I am. I'd rather be comfortable taking my profits here than potentially trying to hold, hoping that it comes over here. Maybe it does, but I'd rather just take the profits that I know is for sure in my account rather than trying to wait for all of this price action here. I'll give you guys a little bit of a breakdown. So that trade was 10 contracts. I was in for around $5,200 or $5,500, and the total profit on that was $1,650. I will post that screenshot in the Discord for you guys in the profit and loss. So I hope you guys understand what I was doing. This video, I don't want to make it too long. It's going to take a long time for it to upload. But again, 11:07 right now, August on the 8th. I just wanted to show you guys and find a trade, and that's exactly how I scalp, guys. So when I'm looking at trades and I'm calling them out in Discord, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Things like this, these series of events to happen. And when these series of events happen is when I look to take the trades. And this is how quick I look to take profits. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay if this trade goes up another 10, 15, 20 points. That's okay. That's not my money. This can be someone else's trade here over 41.25. They can play this break, because if you go now and start to look here at 9:05 Pacific Standard Time, this is also acting as an area here, as a top wick here, and a top wick here. Technicals are not going to lie, guys. The only difference is how we handle your emotions once you get in these trades. What you want it to do does not matter. What the stock does and how you react is the only thing that matters. I hope this video makes sense. And knowing my luck, this is going to break 41.25 and probably touch 41.30. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this video here. And I will post this in the Discord, obviously on YouTube, for everyone to see and look at this trade here. I'm going to end the video because it's going to make me very depressed that I sold here if this breaks. But I'll catch you guys all in the next one. If you do like this type of content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord down in the description box below, and I'll catch you guys all later.